Good evening, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? Alright. Let's see. Tonight we are going to continue leveling my red mage. So we will start here. And while we're doing that, I need to see about doing my red mage story quest. But I don't remember where that's at. Maybe there. Alright. How fares your training, my friend? I imagine you have grown quite accustomed to the shift between spellcasting and swordplay by now. I will continue to instruct you, but as I have said before, particularly experience will serve you far better than any tiresome lecture. It is important that you treat every battle as an opportunity to learn. Speaking of which, Father Iliad mentioned that he had something he wished to discuss regarding our sigil-branded ambushers. Let's head inside, shall we? I am ashamed that it did not occur to me earlier, but I recall an incident that may be connected to this dreadful cult. The merchant's son was kidnapped in Ula some moons ago. When the merchant came to pay the ransom, however, both father and child were murdered. The perpetrators of this terrible act were never unmasked, but evidence at the scene suggested the two were slain by thaumaturgy. What is more, this merchant was a native of Alamigo. Is this not also true of the father of the girls you rescued? He is Alamigan born, a man by the name of Wilkin, so his wife told me. Could he have been the true target of the kidnappers? We must speak with Master Wilkin at once. There are too many similarities in these cases to ignore, and it would not put it past the cult to make a direct attempt on his life. In anticipation of such actions, I inquired after Master Wilkin's trading itinerary. It seems he is presently conducting business at the Manderville Gold Saucer, delivering stock for game prizes or some such. Very resourceful of you, Father. Thank you. Kamzane, the Gold Saucer awaits. Ooh, they're talking about coffee. Iced coffee, no ice. Oh. Alright. Gold saucer. Alright. Where in the gold saucer? Over here. Entrance. I don't walk anywhere if I don't have to. My apologies, Knave. I neglected to ask if you were a patron of these halls, but we are here now. And Master Wilkin is still occupied with his trade. I am tempted to eavesdrop on his dealings to learn what manner of man we are saving. Let us play the part of happy gamblers and wander by his meeting in the Manderville Lounge. Just look for the wonderfully hideous golden statue. It's been forever since I've been here. Yep. Yeah, it's part of the Red Mage story quest. This is where I go to do the chocobo racing. Yeah, but since I haven't been chocobo racing in quite some time, I haven't been here, I don't see a point. Oh yeah. What's his name? There's our Master Wilkin. Thank you again. We'll make the most of this gift, I promise you. Back straight and head up now. Lad or folk will become suspicious. Oh, lad or folk will become suspicious. You've done naught wrong, besides the coin is fair gotten and freely given. The young man he was talking to, he is known to me, one of the lads belonging to the Alamegan resistance, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is clearly more than some simple business deal, but why waste time on superstitions when he can speak with the merchant himself, eh? Oh, that's suspicions. I don't know how to read. Mistress Knave, Master... I don't know how to say his name. Rahun? Zarahun? Glad I am for this chance to thank you in person for the kindness you showed my daughters. Father Iliad sent word to expect you. He also mentioned that the danger to my family is not yet past. You suspect that I have been marked for assassination. Have you any idea of the why? Say retaliation for funneling funds to the Alamegan resistance under the guise of standard business dealings? I thought as much. I recognized your client as one of the young freedom fighters I'd seen in Garabanya. Rest assured that your secret is safe with us. I myself have spent the better part of my life aiding the resistance. Your dealings do, however, seem to have drawn some rather unpleasant attention. Very well, you saved my children's life, and so I will trust you with the truth. Many Alamegan refugees are employed here at the Gold Saucer, in no small part due to the wishes of the establishment's owner, Lord Godbert Manderville. That's a goofy-ass man. Several of these employees have direct ties to the resistance. The young man you saw being one such conduit. As to why I met them here, well, it is a matter of hiding the trees within the forest. There was another incident not so long ago where the son of an Alamegan-born merchant was kidnapped by a cadre of mages. When the father attempted to pay the ransom, the fiends slew both parent and child. I fear that scenario was one they hoped to repeat with you. Yes, a terrible turn of events that was. I did not know the merchant personally, but I knew of his efforts. He too was said to have supported the resistance with the fortune he made in Ulda. And there we have our connection. They seek to eradicate resistance sympathizers. I sense the hand of the Empire behind this cabal. But the assassins themselves favor magic, so they are unlikely to be native Garleans. The perpetrator could very well be a hired killer or mayhaps a recruit from a subjugated province. We shall learn the truth in due time. For now, however, we must take steps to keep you alive. Lord Mandeville is a member of the Syndicate, and the gold saucer is his domain. Striking at me here would be difficult to say the least. I do, however, have pressing business to attend to in the Vesper Bay in the coming days. Vesper Bay, eh? Given its peculiar approach, I can think of a dozen places for which assassins could stage an ambush. Might you entrust your safety to Zanave and me? Together we will prove more than a match for the ambushers, and it would also afford us great insight into our foe. You certainly appear capable. I will gladly accept your protection. Then it's settled. Let us travel ahead to Vesper Bay and scout out the area. Alright. Ooh. Look at the new bard that Jess sent me. Baby? Okay. He's so pretty.
For what now?
This is a new barding. Oh, wrong button.
Nice. That's cool.
Isn't it? Now I'm gonna ride the fat chocobo. And good, you're here. Master Vulcan has begun his overland trek from Ulda. Before he left, I asked the good merchant to discuss his travel arrangements with less than his usual discretion. Assuming the assassins have eyes and ears on their target, we can assume they will have... Oh! We can assume they have moved to occupy the most favorable ambush sites. Now, if I were... Oh, we'll finish reading that in a bit. Looks like... I don't know what dungeon this is. It's Tonberries, I know that much. Looks like Samurai, Scholar, and Paladin? No, I have no idea what that one is. Probably the Marauder. There we go. This is the first boss. Hello, dog.
First of all, what now?
This is the first dungeon boss. Almost. There we go. Always so far behind on these. They're doing the same thing as the last time we ran through here.
You talking to me?
Oh no.
You not playing with Nicole?
Nope, they're not playing tonight. So it's just me. So I'm just talking to myself here and there.
And the people that are watching.
Huh?
And the people that are watching.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. What'd you buy?
No, 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 no.
I'm hitting every button but the one I'm supposed to.
There we go.
Yeah. And second battle. Ooh. I don't know if I'll be on all that long tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I'm tired. I'm so sleepy. I only got about 30 minutes of a nap today.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I didn't really fall asleep all the way. Okay. Ooh. Jump back right into that. Oh no. There's a frog. I don't know if when I'm a frog I'm supposed to just stay out of the way or what. Ouchie. All the poor little tonberries. Next tattoo I want tonberries, even though I hate them. I guess cup might be out. Ooh. Oh, they're running that way. Lads and idols. Okay. Okay. There we go. Right. Got a bunch of stuff. Oh, wrong thing. Let's queue up for another one. Let's do that one. Alright, we already did that. Now, if I was intent on murdering a lone traveler, I would choose one of two options. The first being the alleys here in Vesper Bay, and the second being the long dark tunnel leading into the town. I propose we split up and secure both areas. I will take the back street, and you can have the old mine shaft. Sweep the tunnels clean of ambushers, then meet me back here when you are sure the route is safe. Now we get to go back this way. Got one of the new Mel bunnies. Yes. Doesn't Kingdom Hearts have the exact same battle music? Or at least very similar. Oh, maybe he's on my side. Beat their ambush, did you? Well done. As you can see, they had a second group waiting in the wings. Your opponents were the same mute attackers as before, yes. I pity these cursed pawns, but we cannot let mercy stay our hands. They are little different from the Walking Dead, and no art can restore them. I did, however, allow one to escape my blade. On purpose, of course. He seemed eager to disengage, and so I obliged. He limped off towards the coast, but with the wound I gave him, he'll not have fled far. I will track this last assassin to his destination. Pray remain here and greet Mr. Wilkin. He should be arriving through your secure tunnel any moment now. I'm Mistress Sinead. Here I am, and with a nary a scratch upon my person, my deepest thanks. You have saved my family, and for that I can never truly repay you, but I must at least try. Pray share this gift with Master... Was it Ruhan? Ruhan? I don't know. I'm gonna keep saying his name differently every time. My supplier will be waiting, and so I must take my leave of you. May Nald enrich you and bless your endeavors. up here. We've had a stroke of luck. The man I followed leapt into the sea and was fished out by others in a rowboat. I last saw them making for a merchantman anchored out in the bay. Considering the absence of fear, I must assume that one who fled had been commanded to report the outcome of the ambush. If we can identify the ship, then we will be one step closer to unmasking this vile puppeteer. That's the word I couldn't read earlier. I don't know why. And then he can, another token from the esteemed Mr. Wilkin. How kind that he seeks to reward us. Oh, and there's a note here as well, addressed to us both. You have my eternal gratitude. Twice now has my life been saved by red mages, and twice by one in particular. Mayhaps you remember the day 20 years ago when the Crimson Duelist fought to save the life of a child. I remember you, master, for your scarlet garb was forever etched into my memory. 'Tis a strange feeling to be recognized for a decades-old deed. Had he not known me, would he have been so readily to place his life in our hands, I wonder? Aside from a few wrinkles, I suppose I have changed little in my appearance. I was clothed thus when we worked to evacuate our fellow Alamegans, even as the homelands we now crumbled around us. But in the end, it is the lives that matter, not the place. Regardless of the circumstances, a red mage must strive to achieve the greatest good. So I have always believed our actions are our own reward, but a little acknowledgement does wonders to sustain one's faith, eh? I've asked some friends of mine in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to keep an eye out for that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. So he asked my group to do it. My Nasian contact. This is Ron. And they are still there. Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassin merchantman has been spotted sailing into Alaport. Come, we've no time to lose. All right. My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now as for the merchantman, I'm told it's anchored a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connection between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage. There's something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossip there is to be had. Gossip. Oh, up top. Nope, down here. Oh, screw this. I can't find what I'm looking for. Just fly. Is it you? Or is it in the building? Oh, it's in the building. I always forget there's a place here. The merchantman, what just sailed in? I don't know buggery about it, not even the bleeding name. All I know is her crew's about as lively as a cabin full of corpses. It ain't natural. There's a rumor going around that the Yellow Jackets have taken an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep my distance any road. Hey, I'm finished answering your questions. Now, off with you. Don't like talking about it. Name me less. I've not much to tell you about that ship. They say she's a trading vessel, what brings goods from Rod's Athan, but her crew's a sullen lot. Asking a friendly question about what they was hauling got me naught but blank stares and silence. That ship's naught but trouble. You mark my words, I've mates would swear that they've seen her pulling alongside imperial vessels. Only the gods know what's hidden in that hull of hers. Could be weapons, could be prisoners, just the bleeding side of her makes my whiskers twitch. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Strange crew, mystery cargo, ship's name unknown? I heard much of the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins used the vessel as a floating base with no permanent camp on land. It would certainly be easier to avoid the attention of local forces, not to mention curious adventurers. I also spoke with an acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed the ship's official status as a trader to and from Rot's Adhan, even if rumors of her dealings with Garlean's agents in open water are rife. As long as the merchantman appears to trade within the law, however, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhaps we should help them find one, eh? Let's have ourselves a look in some of their crates on the deck. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. What are you? Oh no, my pen doesn't work. Let's see. to level 50, so it would be up here. Have I just not gotten it yet? Oh no, right here. I've never done this. I have. Okay, give that one a shot. Oh. Ah, there it is. Oh, it's the black mages. Or thaumaturg. The cards contain a cerulean tank of imperial design. Oh. Hello. How did your investigation fare? I found a veritable bounty of military supplies, cerulean tanks, imperial rations, imperial insignias on everything. The authorities will be most interested to hear of this. I'll wage. What's that you have there? I have a key. Well, well, dropped by one of the ship's crew members. Yeah, you hear how loud it is? Not just from that, just hearing him on the wall. And that's not even the wall he's on.
Over here.
Huh?
Give it to me.
Give what to you?
The baby monitor.
A baby monitor? Whose desk is that?
No, it's just someone on my group.
I mean, mine's kind of messy right now. Sticking to my chair. Well, well, dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say. And I just so happened to have found the most inconveniently locked box. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for this key of yours. Gotta open a box. Hear a faint groan coming from inside the box. There's someone in the box? There's a little girl in the box.
Yeah, what now?
There's a little girl in the box. What? Where am I? Was I sleeping in a box? What an odd thing for me to do.
A little bit.
Don't you remember anything? Of course I... Oh, perhaps not. No, wait, I remember something. Arya. My name is Arya, I think. Is it? It's a lovely name. Do you think so? Then I suppose it will do for now. And what does a girl call you? Knave. I'll try to remember that. Thank you for letting me out. What happened here? Is aught amiss? She's gonna hide behind me. This last was inside the box. I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more likely she was kidnapped. The people who took you may be lurking nearby. We should probably put some distance. Come now. You needn't fear me so. Zanae, please say something reassuring, would you? He's as gentle as a cat. He's a powerful mage. Or he's as gentle as a kitten. He is? If you say so, Zanae, then I suppose it must be true. She's called the old man a kitten. Well, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see what's see about arranging some lodging for now. And we can discuss where to go from here. Putting children in boxes. Gonna go burn a ship down. It's on water, so good luck to them. Are they not in here? Nope, not in here. Then where? Up here? Nope, down here. I always hate when I lose sight of everything. They said to talk about lodging and then they disappear. And here. You say so. Alright. The poor girl was asleep. Within moments, the entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. My nose is itchy.
Is it?
Yes. I presented our findings to the Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficient, damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Regretful, it appears, the assassins caught wind of the coming storm. A squad of soldiers was dispatched to the docks only to witness the merchantman sailing away with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome we hoped for, but at the very least, they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea's ports. The other issue we face now is what to do with young Arya. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. I suspect she was subjected to a certain incense which, when inhaled, can cloud a person's mind. The next step was likely to brand her with one of those vile signals and effect the permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate when we released her when we did. Arya remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is, and just as importantly, perhaps, the circumstances which led to her capture. I have spoken with Arya, but it seems her memory has yet to return. The incense used must have been potent indeed to create such a lasting fog. If she cannot recover naturally, then we must rely on some familiar sights or even to jolt her senses back to normalcy. Might I ask that you take her out somewhere to test my theory? She seems far more comfortable around you after all. At the very least, I would know from whence she hails. I shall call once more upon my acquaintance in the Yellow Jacket. Surely she has family who are searching for her. stuck. Sinead, thank you again for letting me out of that crate. I had such a lovely sleep that awful tiredness has left me, but I still can't seem to remember anything. Outside? Well, yes, I suppose a fresh breeze might help to blow away the cobwebs. I think I'd like to see the view from the battle mount. Will you join me up there, Sinead? Look, isn't it beautiful? I've never seen anything so. Is this truly the first time I'm seeing this view? I try to remember, but my mind is a blank page. I can be sure of nothing. We will make new memories. Make new memories? Oh, I hadn't thought of it like that. It's almost a gift of sorts, isn't it? Being able to enjoy things afresh. I think I'll stay up here a while longer, just to be sure I'll remember it tomorrow. Oh, do you see that ship? How do they keep such massive things afloat? Fond of ships, are you? Why yes, I am. I think I might always have been. What an insightful question. I remember when I was a child, I would always beg my uncle to... Oh, I remember I had an uncle. He was my only family. He tried to protect me, but... Forgive me, the exact events are still a jumble, but the memory was not a pleasant one. That day, it's all coming back in a rush. Do you think we might return to the inn? I need a moment or two. The Yellow Jackets were able to dig up a report on Arya from their records, and I hurried back to share the news, but seeing as her memories of the incident has returned, I'd rather hear the tale from the source, as it were. From what I can recall, I'd always lived with my uncle. He was a kind, gentle man who would often tell me stories of my parents. I was young when they died, too young to remember them, I think. The report mentions that you were citizens of Linsa Lominsa. Do you remember where you were when the attack came? Yes, we were on the road to somewhere. The ambushers appeared as if from thin air, and my uncle stepped forward to shield me. They killed him. What happened after that is a blur, but my memory of the moment is crystal clear. Of that moment is crystal clear. Thank you, Arya. You needn't force yourself to remember the rest, for now we must concern ourselves with your future. 'Twould not be charitable to send her back to town alone, especially not with significant parts of your memory still missing. Yet we cannot ask you to accompany us either. Our journey leads us on a path to confront the very cabal whose malevolent embrace you have but recently escaped. I would go with you even so. You saved my life and helped me accept the loss of my past. If there's a chance my memories could return and lead you to these villains, then I would stay at your side. How can I refuse such passion? It seems we have adopted a new companion, Znave. The greatest challenge facing us now, however, is deciding on our next destination. The merchantman is fled, and we know not whether it is bound. Isles of Umbra. I remember there were the only words I heard them speak before I blacked out. Isles of Umbra, the master calls. These puppets do not, nay, cannot speak idly. Ready yourselves, Sine. We cross to the Isles of Umbra and confront this master of theirs. You as well, Arya. We fight together. Boo, are you okay? You're snoring pretty hard. Apparently I have not done this dungeon. Even though it was, marked as done.
You what now?
I had this, dungeon marked as done, but obviously I've never done it because it's playing the open scene. Music isn't bad. Boss battle. Oh. Oh, dang. We almost had him, too. No. Oh, well, doesn't this room suck? Ow. Oh, nope, I'm about to go down. Second boss. Oh. Oh, wrong thing. Another boss battle. Well, what is that? He's got a nice booty. Do, 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 do. Oh, guess I got everything. Go talk to this girl real quick. So, it is true that you triumphed over the siren. Words cannot express my gratitude. My only regret is that my dear brother could not be here today to hear that our father's death has been avenged. He set sails with his crew 3 years past, you see, and has yet to return to the shores. But I hold out hope that his ship shall come sailing into harbor any day now, and on that day I shall be the first to share with him the news of your triumph. In the meanwhile, however, we can finally press on with the restoration of Pharaoh Cyrus. I must get to work at once. I would be much in your debt if you could inform Master Mamidio Mimidoya that the coast is clear for us to begin. Oh, fell in the water. You've done it. Sent the bloody siren screeching and shrieking to the murky depths which she came. You've done us a great service today, lass. If you wouldn't mind, regala old Mamedio's ears with the tale of the foul wench's last song. What's that? You had to fend off a ghostly crew wherein the sea's sodden duds of a maelstrom men? 'Tis afeard the poor lass, my heart goes out to her. 'Twas 3 years to the day given or take a moon, a crew of the Maelstrom's finest set sail on a routine patrol. But ain't nothing routine in these parts, and they not returned ashore. Rumors spread a quick like that it was a siren song that led the vessel to a watery grave. Maelstrom command jumped to quite the talk. Ill tidings were already too easy to come by in those days after the calamity. But those of us in the know, we knew. Like father, like son. Last promise this old sod you'll spare poor Demanda the truth. Lass already suffers more in her share. Demanda. That this cannot be. My brother is still alive at sea. The search effort continues. Master Momodia, you yourself had told me the same. Forgive me, Missy. I never meant to deceive. The maelstrom made me swear a vow. You see that I'd keep the truth buried deep in. Ah, bugger me vow, and bugger me. Truth is, the scurvy coward just couldn't summon the nerve to tell you the truth. Diamanda, can you ever forgive a sorry old sod? There is no need for forgiveness, Master I can't say his name. For the true coward is me. All these names are really freaking hard.
Perfect.
They are. Look at the name. Mimidoa. Mimdo? I don't know.
Mamadoa or Mimadoa?
Mimido. Mimido.
No.
Mimido.
Mimidoa.
For the true coward is me. In my heart I've always known the adventures, deeds, and your words, have finally given me the courage to face the truth. I am a woman grown. The time for clinging to childish dreams is past. I must look to the future. My smithing skills are still wanting, but I will not falter from the task. Pharaoh Cyrus will burn bright once more, a beacon of hope in the desert of night, and in the darkest of nights. The fell song of the sea have claimed their last victims. I shall see to it with my own 2 hands. Strong words, lass. I trust you'll not forget 'em when your paws are all blebby and blistered. My hands, while I'll clench my hammer with my teeth if I need be. Father, brother, do you hear me? Your death will not be in vain. And I guess that was the end of that one. Looks like it. Probably there's some part of it that'll pop up here before too long. There's the fairy guy. Isle of Umbra. We're headed for the Isle of Umbra. Are you coming along? Yes, not no. The Maelstrom soldiers tell of a steady stream of tight-lipped arrivals. It would seem the masters gathers all the marionettes to the isle. I armed Arya with what I had, but I can fight. Fight? You can barely talk, lass. I thought her afraid of the mages who took her, but nay, 'tis the thought of ghosts and ghouls which have her all tremble. Can you blame me? The very ground here feels haunted, as if angry spirits might burst forth at any moment. Like that shadowy thing behind you. There's not there, lass. Now can we get a move on, or would you rather head back to Alaport? I'm coming with you. Oh, hopefully I can beat it. I'll probably do this and then get off for the night.
Yeah, I'm about to get off right now.
Let's see. Hmm?
So my monitor is back to normal.
Oh yeah, was it off?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about it when it is acting up.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna turn it off manually.
Oh, okay. Alright, baby. I'll be there in just a bit. I just gotta finish this. Love you too. Thaumaturge. She's beating that guy with the... I guess that works. The hand that controls these assassins cannot be far. Let's split up and search, shall we? Yell if you run into trouble. Delectable. Your mortal frame brims with vital energy, an irresistible feast. Genevieve, are you unharmed? Lambert. A pleasure to see you. My, how the years have etched themselves upon your brow. The smirking bastard is Lambert. We were allies once. Ah, yes, the valiant crimson duelist. Such fond memories, I relish their slaughter. The duelist lives. The duelist live on through me, traitor. Not for long, my old friend. You shall soon share their fate. He got a weird ass blade. Genevieve. Crude interruption. This is not how I wish to savor your defeat. Lambert, God damn you. You knew that man? Yes, yes, we'll speak of it later. First, I would know where you learned to cast spells like that. I don't remember anyone teaching me. It just sort of happened. Just sort of happened? I expected you to club things with that old scepter, not fling balls of fire. Incredible. So, Arya, does this mean you've overcome your fear of the undead? What are you? Yeah! Well, my friends, shall we return to Alaport? Now that we've unmasked the Cabal's master, I can tell you this much. He is not a man we wish to confront unprepared. As was apart through our unpleasant exchange, I have a history with this master of assassins. His name is Lambert. 20 years ago, he and I were part of the group who founded the Crimson Duelist. We studied the fated teachings passed through generations of Garabanias and revived the art of red magic as a weapon against tyranny. But one day, Lambert simply snapped. He murdered my unsuspecting comrades and vanished into the shadows. I returned from scouting alone to discover the aftermath of a massacre. It was later that I learned his treachery had been paid for with imperial coin, but never could I find what became of the man himself. After 20 years of fruitfully searching, I thought him dead. This has now become a matter of vengeance. I mean to pursue Lambert and exact a price for his betrayal, but I will not ask you to join me in this vendetta. Worry not, Sinead. Your grasp of red magic will allow you to grow without the need for a teacher. As for you, Arya, I will arrange a suitable sanctuary. It will not turn you out to fend for yourself. I shall treasure the time we spent together, my friends. May our paths cross again. Should we let him just go off like that? I don't know about you, but I feel my part and this is not over. Yes, Maeve, was there something else? I will go with you. This is not your battle, my friend. I will deal with Lambert alone, or die in the attempt. You, sigh. I can see I am wasting my breath. You have that determined look that so impressed me the first time we met. Very well, we stand together then. You are more comrade to me now than student, Snape, and I welcome your sword at my side. I'm coming too. I want to help save others from this monster just as you saved me. I want you to teach me red magic. As things stand, I'm just a burden to you. If I'm to do more than be carried along in your wake, I need my own way to make a difference. You certainly do have an aptitude for the arcane. Lambert appears to target such youths for recruitment into his puppet cabal. But Zenave rescued you from that mindless fate, and now you would don the red to fight in our crusade. There's a sense of rightness to it, isn't there? Stand with us, then, Arya. Join the ranks of the Red Mages. Oh, she's adorable. You look splendid, but it's more than clothes which makes the woman. Help me train her as I trained you, Zenabe. I'll pay close attention, I promise. Oh, and Arya, there'll be no more hiding behind Zenabe, is that clear? I'll try to be brave. And with that, we are done for the night. Thank you for everyone that's been watching. I will see y'all tomorrow night. Maybe. What's tonight? Yeah, I'll go ahead and play again tomorrow since I took yesterday off. But until then, night-night.